halos is kind of tilted. The foundation is strong because Jehovah built it. You can feel the spirit and positive energies. Questions asked comfortably like you're talking with family. Get ready to settle in. Wait for the show to begin. Invite a couple of friends. It's time for Unhinged.
What's really going on? What's really going on?
I introduce to you Get You Home Towing, a family company with the sole purpose to get you home. Whether you need roadside assistance or transport services, we have a flatbed big enough to transport any vehicle to its destination. Our offer to you is our gratitude and great service at a much cheaper price. We are also open to transport through long distances. If you need us, all you have to do is call that number. I'll see you soon.
All right. What is really going on? Hey, y'all. Hey, Karen Sims Harrell. So happy you are joining us here on Unhinged Live. Listen, we're about to go in. Y'all know this is our evening where we are here with our tribe, but we want to welcome all of you that are joining us this evening. To our replay viewers, thank you so much for pressing play. No matter what time you do it, we're excited that you got here with us. So listen, here's the call. We need you to get your homies, get those text messages out. Let them know that we are here at Unhinged Live with our Tribe 2.0 family. I am leading the helm today, so we're going to make sure, though, that Tilted don't lean back too much while we kind of doing the tribe takeover. I've got my sisters with me. We're giving a little bit of a hall pass to our brother Bliv. We know he's going to be sliding in sometime soon, so we're not going to talk too bad about him. But I am surrounded with our tribe family. Tilted in the building. We are so super excited to have Marisol with us. We're glad to have Yolanda with us and Jackie. We got some more on the way. So y'all know we have been jam-packing this in. So we want to make sure that you are ready. As always, we remind you, get your passports ready because we're about to go somewhere everywhere today. But first things first, I want to give our round and be able to ask around our Tribe 2.0, how you doing? So Tilted, I'm going to actually start with you. How you doing?
I'm here, praise God, by his grace and by his power. I'm in the building on tonight. I don't know. This week has been quite interesting for me. I'm sitting here tonight on the injured reserve list. For those of you who've been watching us, we've been participating in the 10,000 steps a day challenge. And, some of us are, queenagers and, entering a certain, perimenopause part of life. And I was walking and all of a sudden my knee just started hurting and I didn't know what was going on, but wisdom spoke and said, go sit your hind parts down somewhere, get some ice, take care of that. Ended up taking myself to the urgent care unit only to find out it's some arthritic inflammation. Praise God for this good medication that came up with to help with the inflammation, to take some of
that mute button got you. What we do there? Unmute. That must be some good medication, though.
Yeah, the good medication. I don't know what happened. Why the system put me on mute because my hands is all the way up over here. But yeah, the medication is doing what it's supposed to do. I did give myself a new nickname. I'm not only Tilted Halo right now. I call myself Dickie Smalls. Dickie Smalls in the fact that one of my kneecaps is swollen And actually it's not thicky smalls, it's sticky thin. One leg is thicker than the other because it's swole. But I'm doing okay. Y'all just pray my strength because I got a lot of stairs in this house, and the way my stomach is in the kitchen is set up, I got to go up and down in order to feed myself. So y'all just pray that I'm not the woman on the commercial recreating help. I've fallen and I can't get up. All right.
We're not trying to do that at all. So we want to wish you a speedy recovery. And yes, is it thicky thin? Who biggie
Thicky
thin?
thin. Thicky thin.
Thicky thin. Okay, I ain't gonna remember
Thicky
that.
thin. Yeah.
I like it right now. All right, Yolanda, I'm gonna shoot it over to you. How you doing, Miss Exceeding Better Not Challenge her personal trainer, Lucas?
You already know. Listen, when somebody try to challenge me, gonna try to outdo you. I'm just letting you know, okay? Don't try to listen. I love a good challenge. Okay?
I love it.
But anyway, I've been busy working the past 2 weeks, working my overtime, getting my son ready for camp. I gotta drop him off Sunday. My son goes for 10 days. So this is third year going. So he always wanted to go to an overnight camp. So that's what I've been doing, focusing on that, spending my money, because these kids be needing so much stuff. Before they go to these camp, they give you this long list. You gotta make sure they got everything on that list and plus extra stuff, So my son sometimes think he know it all. And I'm like, I need to know what's he got his bag packed. I'm like, I need to look through your bag and make sure everything is in there. And he was like, you don't need to look through my bag. He 14. You know how these kids are. I'm like, no, I need to make sure you got everything in your bag. So today I took him to get a couple of things he need. But we also went to the movies today to see Bad Boys. I took him out to breakfast this morning, So I do things. I try to do things with my son, I work these crazy hours, but I still make sure I spend time with my son, because I wouldn't feel right if I didn't do anything for my kids. So I make sure I, take him out from time to time. So that's what we did today, and that's my week.
Love it. And we're gonna get into, we may or may not, we don't want to give no spoiler alerts to those who have not yet graced the movie theaters and got their ticket counted for one movie or another. Marisol, I'm a head over to you. How you doing?
Okay, so I think God is trying to heal my childhood traumas. I'm telling you, because I've been hanging out so much with my daughter and doing all these fun things that let out stress. So we did a 5K mile walk for mental health for a charity event. She's on the board of this mental health counseling agency. So we did the 5 mile walk there. And then you guys, we had that challenge. Some days I made it, some days I didn't. But it's been good spending a lot of quality time with her, talking business, talking next steps, I don't know, my little best friend. And then guess what? She ain't broke. So it's like a win-win. It's been a really, really good time hanging out with her. We talk about hanging out with our kids, right? The young ones. But the adult children, they enjoy that one-on-one time. My husband, took my grandkid on a couple of rides, and my daughter was having a bad day at work, and I said, well, let's get on that Iron Menace. And she surely let out her stress, and we had a good time. I couldn't believe I got on it either, but I was like, you know what? You live once. I'm just gonna go on it. I don't care. And we've been having a good time, spending time together and getting to know each other, as adult women, not as mother daughter, because she don't need that type of advice, kind of, So the roles is nice. It's been a good time. I can't complain.
Love it. Hall pass, Bliv, we coming to you. How are you doing tonight, sir? Doing good.
I'm chilling. You can hear me, right?
Yep, all good.
Can you hear me?
We can
Yeah,
hear
I'm
you.
good. Just been working on music. Had a little setback on the production side of things and some of the people I was dealing with, but I'll regroup and get back on this album I was working on. Besides
Good
that,
stuff.
just chilling.
There you go. There you go. All right, Jackie. Sit now. I gotta call you Sister Jackie. I'm gonna get it different in my head, but right now it's like Sister Jackie.
I like
How are
it. I like
you doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I like the Sister Jackie. I grew up being called Sister Jackie, so that's all right. It sounds right to me. We good. But I've been doing all right, Karen. I've been doing all right, family. I been enjoying this. This is my favorite time of year, by the way. Outside of Christmas, that is. But I love when the sun comes out. Like I'm a sun baby. I'm a Leo. Like when that sun come out, it's like, it's like my background music starts, like it's party. Yeah. So I love this time of year. So I've been really just spending time with the kids. The kids are home, from school now. So I get up in the morning. I'm still getting up at the same time, because our body's kind of set up that way. But getting up in the morning and enjoying the quiet time and not rushing nobody out the door. So that's been lovely. I got the pool up in the backyard. So I was out there today catching some rays. So that's my life in the afternoons. Once I close my computer, I got to get me some little pool time in and float around out there and get my melanin popping a little bit. So I've really been enjoying it. I'm looking forward to the summer. I got a cruise coming up in 2 weeks, y'all. About to go and get on these people boat and, try to behave myself. I'm a behave, Karen. I'm a behave, okay? But,
You know this recorded, right?
I'm going to behave. I'm going to have the kids. It's a family trip. It's a family trip, okay? The kids going to be with me. I already know my daughter going to be following me foot to foot, so I'm going to behave. I promise. Okay, when the Lido party start, I might, shimmy on down the Soul Train line. But other than that, I'm good.
Deck 9 or wherever Lido is. I ain't gonna say more because what happened there, stay there. But we wish you safe travels on that one too. And it's that time of year. We're gonna get into some of that of as these seasons change and the things that we get to do. So gotta link over and give a shout to our sister Rhonda. How are you doing over there?
Karen is hot. The central air in my house has been out for 3 weeks and I am dying, and the menopause is not liking this at all.
Okay, emergency. That's an emergency.
Yeah, it's hot. But you know what? It's teaching us to be comfortable when we are uncomfortable. So that's where I am. That's the point where I am. I don't want to think about it. I'm thinking about ice cream. I'm thinking about everything cold to get me through these nights. And I did go to sleep Saturday night outside. We slept on the deck because it was cold and nice.
Wow.
Yeah, came in about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it was nice. It was cold and nice. I like that.
Okay. I love the improv.
Yes.
I love the improv with that. So what I heard was, we're going to swing through Marisol's house and then we're going to the pool and then we're going to go out on the deck. I'll round this up the rest of the way. But, we, the husband and I have been outside in our own neighborhood, which we always laugh at each other because we travel, we try to go. It's like, oh, we got to go far to find stuff. We found a little gem spot right literally in our backyard. If
nice.
It wasn't so warm, maybe we could walk there. Okay, not me, but somebody could walk there. It's more than 10,000 steps to get there, but it's about 10,000 steps to get there, but then I won't walk when I get there. And so the town has done like a whole revamp to create a park with like a little bit of botanical, and then they got a pool and a waterfall, and I literally up the street, and I drive past it all the time. And it's a reminder, as I want us to get into this because, as the seasons are changing, there are a lot of things that we get to do more, but one of the things that's so super important for us is to get our natural vitamin D. How about that? And thinking about ways that this is the time of year. I admit I love this time of year. It never really is that it slows down, but we get to change a pace. I believe you've been out on the water a little bit more, getting those exercise. Yolanda, I don't know how we could count the arm rolls. How the arm rolls count is that they're not steps, but
it's still movement. It's still movement.
Brother is getting it in out there. Bliv, I wanna just point to you for a minute and talk. Can you talk to us a little bit about your outdoors time and how that kind of feeds you during this time of year that I feel like you was on that water more than once, but I'm gonna check you in.
Yeah, I was. Pretty much the way that started, my son and his girl, they was like, hey, Dad, you want to work out? And I'm like, what y'all talking about? He was like, yeah, we going kayaking. You want to do it? And I had never done it before. So pretty much went out there, we rented them, and I did the math. The price to continue to rent them, I figured I might as well just go buy my own. Mm-hmm. So now I got two. So whenever I feel like going out there and hitting that water, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's great size too.
I love it. Wait a minute, we got clapping up on that one there. Listen, because you did the math, that part. Doing the math and making sure. Like, I love it. And you know what? It's a funny thing. So now how far is the kayak from you? Is it like still you literally can do this now that you're an expert? Who else know how to kayak? Because I don't know nothing. With a life jacket. Nope.
Nope. Oh yeah, definitely life jackets every time. You gotta be safe. Be safe. It's honestly where I go. It's probably maybe like 15 minutes from my house, but there's a river like 5 minutes from my house. It's just the specific spot I go to, like 15 minutes away.
I love it.
And then I just be out there getting it for a while.
I love it. Right in the middle of God's creation. Listen, it like just blocking all of the city noise out and being able to do stuff. I'm super excited about that. I love that we get to stay local with stuff and, still be able to have just a good time. All right.
Save some money.
Listen. I love, like he said, he did the math. Let's go ahead and get our own, because a lot of time we'll think, I'm doing it one time. Well, if it's going to pay for itself the second time around, go ahead, because everything on sale right now. Anything that's related to outdoors.
I picked up a Dorney Park pass. I might as well. I did the pass. I did the food pass. I did the drink pass. I did all the passes because I was like, this old lady is not waiting online for nothing. The fast lane and all.
All right now, listen. We know where to find Marisol. She is in the fast lane. Yolanda, now we know your son is gonna be getting it in at the camp. So how are you looking to stay busy and get some of that vitamin D on the outside sunshine?
You already know me. I'm gonna be outside somewhere. But I'm gonna take my walks. I also like to go find me a trail to walk on. And watch the waterfall. I do that from time to time. I even done that with my son a couple of times. But I'm trying to go away too next weekend. So opportunity was presented to me. So I'm thinking about doing it.
Get outside.
You need to take a vacation or take a break from the regular day-to-day stuff, But don't forget the sunscreen while you're out there, guys.
That part.
Don't forget it.
I'm a beach baby. I love it, but yeah, we got to make sure, because guess what? We all burn. Don't you let nobody tell you don't burn. That part, Yolanda.
Let me tell you something. Because I hate this when people are like, "Oh, I didn't know you guys burn." I'm like, skin to skin, honey.
Skin to skin. Perfect.
Listen, the first time I ever got skin burn, I went to Disney years. I got burnt so bad I could feel the sun on my shoulder and my feet. I'm like, I need to be covered up. I got burnt so bad out there, and I'm like, never again. Then I go to DR 2 years ago, and I'm like, I ain't breathing. I ain't breathing nothing on me, and I got burnt out there like bad. Like, what the hell was I thinking about? Like,
the sun is different down there. You're like next to the equator.
The truth.
like why? Like,
Caliente, muy caliente.
they said in the workers they have long sleeve shirts on. I'm like, that's why.
They know, because they know, and they know. I went to Cancun about 12, 13 years ago, and that was my first time ever being burned. And I promise you, it wasn't on purpose, but same thing, Yolanda, where it was like, oh, I forgot my sunscreen. Well, I'm gonna be all right. You know, I'm sitting here because I never burned before. But remember, every year that we age, not only is skin, our skin get more sensitive as we age. Now I know young skin, they do whatever they want to do, but we're usually the ones protecting them because they're young. But there's that sweet spot that we like, we gonna be fine, honey. When I tell you, it wasn't the burn that was the hard part. It was the peelation and the healing after that. It was like, ooh, don't touch me, don't look at me, don't do nothing.
I have
50 shades of whatever it was. So
I have like an emergency, well, not an emergency, but I have a kit ready for like that. You know, I have my sunscreen in there. I have the spray sunscreen, the lotion. Then I have the aloe and like a sunburn kit for just in case, because it happened to my husband and it was so bad. I felt sorry. I was like, I think we need to go maybe to the doctor because it was like really bad. You got to be careful. And for your face, you got to make sure that you use the SPF 30 or higher.
There you go.
And it has to have titanium dioxide and zinc to reduce the UV rays of the sun.
Y'all got that? Make sure you read in your labels. Make sure y'all
so that's not in Vaseline.
No,
hey, listen, when I was a kid, my dad just used to put Vaseline all on me, and I had shiny face, and it worked. So I put Vaseline on everything.
That only works if you have dry skin. That's not for sun.
He was kind of fried live in the summertime.
Yes.
What's going on here?
He was fried up in the summertime.
Pork skin live.
Okay. Fried live on the side. My dad is a Vaseline person, but I promise y'all, please don't go outside with no Vaseline.
Yeah, don't do it.
Not tomorrow, the next day, or the next day. It's a heat wave on the East Coast. Don't do that.
I got Vaseline every room in my house. There's some Vaseline.
Use Vaseline for your eyebrows and your lashes to make them grow, guys. And your cuticles. Not for sunscreen. No.
And for a sore throat. Swallow it for a sore throat.
we used to do that. Listen, you giving the secrets. Liz, you giving the secrets. We would have to swallow the Vaseline. You know, those old time remedies, I promise, they worked. But as we were growing up, I was the last one in line. Like, who's doing this? Who is doing this? We not gonna do that. But it's also a reminder. We normally talk about these things as the season change and it get colder. We got to do some things now that it's warm outside. So I got to cut it up and ask the question. Like, you know, we talked about the summertime activities. Rhonda, we didn't get to you. So I'm going to give you a twofer. So you tell me about your summertime activities, what you may or may not be getting into with that central air thing. I might suggest sitting down somewhere. But also, you know, we'll right after that get into some of these old time remedies, because listen, it's a thing. So Rhonda, how you getting your vitamin D outside?
In the summer I'm outside a lot, Karen. Gardening on my deck, because I redid my deck just for that, to be out on my deck, just taking it all in. Exercising, because I will be out there Saturday mornings, running or walking, and on evenings I'll try to make it to take an evening walk. So I try to get as much vitamin D as I can in the summer, and we have a vacation coming up in August, so I'll be somewhere hot again. I gotta find
I don't know. The husband trying to convince me to go to Alaska. He might get me there when it's hot. because
my brother lives over there. I could
I ain't
hook
made
you
it that
up.
bottom.
You mean
be out
now?
there eating ice.
Yeah, my brother lives over there in Alaska. When you want to go, I'll give you all the deets. We could
Okay,
go
he want to
live.
go tomorrow, but I got a couple of things on the list. Like we gotta go here, and then number 6 is maybe Alaska.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
when he get done with my list,
Right.
then
Compromise.
one list. Don't look at me like that in that tone of voice, Miss Tilted. When
Compromise.
I get my 5, he
Compromise.
Mm.
It's a
I
compromise.
ain't say nothing. I just want to know what it is to really, enjoy an authentic Alaskan snow cone. Just scoop up, just
Listen,
break
it's so
off
cold. I went
icicle
in
from the
January. It's
iceberg,
cold.
something like that, huh?
I said I went in.
Vaseline.
Oh, my bad. Let me just look. Let me lean back.
Put that Vaseline on, you won't even be cold.
That is true. Okay,
You're right.
so
You be insulated for real.
You're right. You're right.
Mhm.
I'm gonna need Vaseline.
Shiny as that ever.
Get you a big
Then they got the
jar of
Vaseline with the
Vaseline.
cocoa butter smell. Yeah, you gotta get the cocoa butter Vaseline too. And then my man put me on to something. He said, if you melt your Vaseline and you spray a little bit of cologne in it, when it dries back up, every time you rub it on your body, you won't smell fresh.
Macadocious. He's giving up the secrets, y'all.
That's slick because you take care of the ashiness and you smelling good. How about that?
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
What
a
about
2 for
essential?
1.
We can do that with the oils, right? We can do that with the oils and the
With the
Vaseline.
essential oils.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put some Egyptian musk in your Vaseline.
Oh Lord.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah, whatever you do, don't go smelling around. Don't go smelling like Vicks everywhere.
Or Ben Gay, we all over here.
That part, that
Wow.
part.
Oh my
We
goodness.
need something else.
Oh, that Aquaphor.
We want to go to the comment streets really quickly. We want to welcome all of our family from Mental Impact Radio. Let's Talk Gospel. Emily, we see you in these comment streets. Thanks so much for your support. We appreciate you so much. Angela, you already know. I don't know. I'm trying to send everybody, like maybe if we make it a group trip to Alaska, I could rethink this. But right now, I'm just like, ooh.
I got the connections. I got the
Okay.
connections.
Boom, we got the connect. Okay, there we go.
got the connect.
We got the connect. So we might
Karen, I won't let a bear get to you or
see
a
that
moose.
part.
I
I don't want
promise.
no polar. I don't want no penguin.
I won't let it happen to you, girl.
Jackie, I need some saving over here. That's
I'll be in the hot tub.
Man.
Listen, hey, I would normally defend y'all under a lot of circumstances, but if there's a bear around, I'm just making sure one of y'all is slower than me.
I thought you had us.
Wow.
Not against no polar bear. Not against
You're
no
gonna
polar
feed
bear.
to the bear.
I mean, is there a bear that you got? I mean, you said polar bear, like you got the rest of the bears, but not the polar.
Hey, I might throw some Vaseline at another bear, but the polar bear, hey, I'm out.
The Vaseline enters the room.
That's what it's all. Lovely. You see Bliv over here. We trying to keep it together. Help us out. But we're gonna see how it works. I promise I'll share all of the pictures that is not on the planner situation for 2020. Can I say that? I don't know if I could say that yet, because like we do sort of like month by month. Y'all know we grown folks over here, so this money got to go a whole bunch of places, and then it's like, well, what you want? So this is like my time where it's like, okay, we gotta go to Texas, we gotta go to Georgia, we gotta go to he wants Australia and Alaska, so I'm down for Australia.
Why are you down for Australia and not Alaska? I would be more nervous to go to Australia with all them koala bears and those kangaroos. They'd be ready to jap you.
And the spiders.
Yeah, the spiders.
The spiders in Australia, they're bigger than your head.
You see all of this? We're gonna pull this back. And the only thing y'all gonna see is a big flower. Y'all ain't gonna see nothing else because ain't no spiders coming home with me. You're gonna see a big old flower. That's all you're gonna see. This whole head gonna be wrapped up.
And the
You finna
snake.
get carjacked by a spider down in
Why you
Australia.
putting that on me though?
I'm
Yeah,
not
what
doing
happens
it.
everywhere. What happens if the kangaroo comes up on you? Like, yeah, Karen.
Vaseline.
Please.
Vaseline.
I'm gonna
I'm
be
not
faster
trying to
than
fight
Bliv.
no
That's what I'm gonna
kangaroo.
be. And I'm
Hey, I'll
traveling
box the
with my
kangaroo. I might-
Vaseline.
Bliss,
Right?
you got us on the kangaroo though, because you know
I'll
we
fight the
talked about the
kangaroo.
polar bear.
Might get me, though. They're nice, but I'll fight the kangaroo.
Okay, I'm gonna have my
Do that.
Vaseline though. I love it. I love it. I
Hey,
love it.
y'all just pray. Y'all pray for me though, but I'll fight the kangaroo.
We definitely
Polar bear,
gonna
nah.
pray for you. We
Yeah,
gonna
for sure.
pray for you.
I got.
And then when you fighting with the kangaroo, then we gonna leave.
Man, hey, I gotta say this real quick, man. Hey, I had somebody get mad at me because I wanted them to read their Bible. So y'all just say a prayer for this specific individual I'm talking about. And if you're watching, I love you, man. I just wanted you to get close to God and read your Bible, my brother. Hey,
there you go.
We can get back to what I just had to say that.
It's gonna help somebody because I need you to know, it's one of those things that if you are in a season of gratitude, many of us are, we have those moments where we're outside, we see God's greatness during this time of year. And if that doesn't draw you at that time to be like, listen, I need to know more about what wonderful plans God has for me. You'll find it in the word. So I can support that. You will find it in the word. Plus, can I just say this? Here's the main reason why you should read your own Bible. Because everybody ain't preaching from it, and sometimes you get the wrong information. But if you study to show yourself approved, you be like, "Oop, that don't sound right," and we just gonna keep on moving. That part. We and Ted grow together. All right, we ain't hanging up on you, but if Bliv love you enough to tell you that, then guess what? You part of the tribe family now, so we supporting you in that as well. That part. Is that church finger there? Tilted?
Yes, that's the church finger.
Yes.
I just want to offer and tag team what my brother is offering the brother who got a little angry. What the brother was serving up to you, sir, was something like soul to a meeting, more so when you put yourself in the story. Like, say for instance, we always hear about Psalm, right? And the principal person that they talk about is David, right? And how he danced before the Lord and with such great praise that his clothes fell off and they thought he was looking crazy out in the courtyard, right? So imagine, look, Marisol dancing before the Lord in such a way that, her clothes fall off.
That's a possibility.
And she's looking crazy. That really is. That might be why I was led to use you in this analogy. But I'm saying, interject yourself in the word, and that's how it becomes relatable. True story. I've been in 2 house fires in my lifetime. And this one when I was a child, and one, it was my first house that I purchased well ahead of my first goal of purchasing a home. But when that house caught fire and I was able to stand on the outside and watch it smolder and all my things that I had worked so hard for go up in smoke and flames, you know what I could say? Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Because I was able to recall the story of Job. Job lost everything pretty much within a week's time. This is in my mind's eye because, I really don't know exactly how long it took for God to just take everything back because he trusted Job as a servant. But check it out. I live now. Right now, I'm renting by choice. But I promise you, I got a whole house full of stuff. Everything has been restored times 5. So I had to put myself in the word to walk through that season in my life in complete faith and trust that God would do exactly what he said he would do. And here I stand. It's soul food. Put yourself in that stew. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself in that stew.
I think sometimes we just want all the dessert and not the food.
Oh, come on, Marisol.
Because it's easy to say, oh, God, God. And then, when it's time for the chastising and, the accountability, we got an issue with it.
Gotta have more than the dessert. I love that. You know what? And I love that we get the opportunity to share with our tribe and we got everybody here. But it's always so wonderful when we're able to get on one accord. So I want to shout out just real quick our Mental Impact Radio family, and the challenge that we've been a part of over the past month. I think it's day 18, and we joined, I'm going to share this right here, the 10,000 step challenge. So 30 days, and many of us are doing it. Maybe everybody's not counting the steps or don't have all of the technology things set up, but I know a few of us have been aspiring to get to these 10,000 steps a day. So it's a 30-day challenge that we're coming alongside our Mental Impact Radio family and CHH Jams. Why? Because we're working on being lifetime fine, that part. And so from June 1st, we've been dedicated and holding each other accountable to getting to 10,000 steps a day. Now, for many of us, it's so interesting because we might get above, we might go beneath, but we always get somewhere around more movement, right? And so we had the conversations of it's more than the steps at this point. So, 2 weeks of it, yeah, okay, we got close. Maybe we didn't get close. Maybe we need something to count our steps better. Because I promise you, whenever my technology bums out and I know that I got my steps in, now I'm over here and I'm just upset. So I had to focus on what else is it besides the steps that this challenge is kind of brought up for you. So I want to start, Yolanda, I'm going to just shoot it over to you. When we say it's more than the steps, what is it for you?
For me, it's movement. It's your movement throughout the day. You get up, you work out. Those are your steps. Okay, it's not just a walking, right? But when you do walk at a steady pace, that helps because that's going to help you burn more. And plus, especially if you're on your weight loss journey, right? So when you're walking at a steady pace, that's going to help you with your weight loss journey. So everybody journey is different. So it depends on what they use in the steps for. But it's your movement. Everybody should be moving their bodies anyway. You shouldn't be sitting on your couch all day long. Even if you get up and dance. Dancing, that's your steps too. You can put some music on, you can dance. That's movement. Okay? Always moving your body throughout the daytime. So if you're sitting on that couch, like 90%, that's a good thing. You should be constantly moving. And it goes by your age when it comes to the steps too. Okay? So the older you are, those steps may not be 10,000 steps. Okay? It may be a little less than that. But movement is key. Movement. I know I see people that's so overweight and they sit down. I had to tell somebody one time, like, listen, even if you go outside and walk for 15 minutes, our bodies is not made to just sit, right? So movement, dancing, working out, and make sure you're doing resistance training too. You can't just do cardio. I tell people that too. You got to do it at least 2 to 3 days a week because the older we get, we're going to keep losing that muscle mass. And we need that to protect our bones. Karen, what you doing over there? I see you moving some arms.
Listen, I'm doing something because I need these things.
Right? So your bones become weakened, the older you get. So I tell people, don't think cardio is just it for you, baby. You don't want to you don't want to mess around. You get older, you fall, you be done broke something real quick because you have no muscle mass.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yes.
Tilted, what are these steps? It's more than just the steps. What is it for you?
For me, it's getting back to working out on a regular basis or engaging in some type of movement on a regular basis. Y'all know what this last year was for me, cancer diagnosis, and they put me on one of these little medications here. I packed on a few extra pounds more than I would have cared to, just in the process of living life. And then, working 2 jobs, being a mogul, so on and so forth. I just want to come home and lay it down. But of course, I got Yolanda in my pocket, always encouraging me to get back to it, even giving me some food tips in addition to what Rhonda has been sharing with me. So, getting back to it without using a gym has been life to me, to the point where I'm walking, talking with God, communing with God in nature, and getting deeper insight, revelation, and a whole new blueprint for what I'm supposed to be doing in this next season of my life. I promise you, it's not going to look like anything someone would typically expect from me. Because y'all know, you've heard me say it in the past. I've always been, or I've always considered myself a merry misfit. I've always known that I'm not supposed to fit into any particular box handed to me by man. And I just feel the pull to step outside of the box even further to complete my life's purpose. But that's what it means to me. I'm out here walking. Y'all see I got a little extra brown skin girl on me. I'm appreciating that. And of course, after a cancer diagnosis and then being thrust into a season of cloudy darkness, raininess, I'm loving all this natural vitamin D, son. Shout out to me, because I'm going on vacation starting tomorrow on Juneteenth. Because I'm Black, y'all, I'm going to the beach. I'm going to the beach for further clarity. And that's the end of that part. Did Bliv get kicked out? Is that Vaseline got him sliding out the studio?
The Vaseline done made it to the internet. So
made him slid on out. He slid on out of here.
Love it. We know it'll take him a minute. He'll get back at it, but we love it because even for me, the more than the steps, it's the accountability piece for me. A lot of times we folks of a certain age, we're reminded, who gonna check me, boo? Well, everybody, not everybody literally, but being able to be held accountable to say, I'm gonna do this for me first, but as I'm doing it, I'm inspiring somebody else. As I see you all doing it, that's inspiring me. We're inspiring other folks, and so it really is about the get up, get out, and do something. So whether it is steps, whether it's movement, Angela, shout out to you. Angela says she get in that chair in the yard and she gonna move around just a little bit more, and that's what it's about, because we can. And maybe the movement looks different for each of us. I ain't running nowhere, so you see me running, hurry up, they're gonna get you. That's all I got to say. They coming to get you, because but it's about that movement, and so I appreciate that. Now listen, it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen, for me to put on my DJ hat, because we have a musical selection coming up, and then we're going to be right back at you all. We're excited that you decided to spend the evening with us, to hear from us, to engage in these comment streets. But y'all know, Tilted, that this is one of my favorite parts. I ain't going to say it's my favorite, but
no.
It's one of my favorites. So tonight we're bigging up one of our Mental Impact Radio CHH Jam family, Bertrand McKinney, and it's a song that he's already released. But listen, here's the reason why we celebrating it, because he's got a new release that's about to come out, and I know I ain't gonna leak nothing, but as soon as it hit the airwaves, we're gonna be back here at it, making sure that we big up him as well. And so we want to give a huge shout out to Birdie, brother Birdie. We love you over here. We love that you always give us something to pop to, get our neck on. Can I just say, also remember to stretch your necks. I know it sounds crazy, but I promise you, I had some but I had some health challenges that my neck was just a little bit stiff. So while this music is popping and I put this DJ hat on, go ahead and stretch your neck. Whip it, nay, however you need to do it. But make sure you get those exercises in. Get your chair bounce as well. Here we go.
Problems in my life, things ain't going right. Ain't going right. Had to move it, babe. I can't go by sight. Can't go by sight. Take me by my hand when things are going crazy. Going crazy. Said you never leave and you won't forsake me. Hey. Problems in my life, things ain't going right. Ain't going right. Had to move it, babe. I can't go by sight. Can't go by sight. Take me by my hand when things are going crazy. Crazy, crazy. Said you never leave and you won't forsake me.
God would never leave, he got my back like a chiropractor. Bit of his skin, I'm like a contractor. OG pilot, like a pterodactyl. Woo. Yes, I am dynamic. I got God protecting me, so there's no need to panic. Advantage, I laid it at his feet, and the haters can't understand it. To make it specific, they wear the salty like the Atlantic. Barracudas and sharks, I'm trying to drown a kid. Guess what? This kid can swim, but I really don't have to swim. To the one I follow, never ever seen his feet get wet. Never seen his feet submerged. To the fish, he stand up very high, looking just like a bird. To the fish, he stand up very high, looking just like a bird.
Problems in my life, things ain't going right. Ain't going right. Had to move it, babe. I can't go by sight. Can't go by sight. Take me by my hand when things are going crazy. Going crazy. Said you never leave and you won't forsake me. Hey. Problems in my life, things ain't going right. Ain't going right. Had to move it, babe. I can't go by sight. Can't go by sight. Take me by my hand when things are going crazy. Crazy, crazy. Said you never leave and you won't forsake me. First off, man, I trust God. Patient, never rush God. Going hard, he's a tough guy. Miracles, that's just God. Enemies can't touch God. Can't silence or hush God. Can't complain, I won't fuss God. You came through with the clutch God. Sovereign and you reign. Stay the same, it don't change God. Because of you, I gain. My enemies get slain. Come on, you say so and there's overflow. You show me the way I'm supposed to go. Without you, I can't grow. So I lay low and stay close. I follow your lead and all. Forever need it all. Your grace, I receive it all. Never need it all. I follow your lead, of course. For every need, of course. Come on. Your grace I receive, of course. And never need, of course. Problems in my life, things ain't going right. Ain't going right. Had to move it, babe. I can't go by sight. Can't go by sight. Take me by my hand when things are going crazy. Going crazy. Said you never leave and you won't forsake me. Hey. Problems in my life, things ain't going right. Ain't going right. Had to move it, babe. I can't go by sight. Can't go by sight. Take me by my hand when things are going crazy. Crazy, crazy. Said you never leave and you won't forsake me.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Listen, salute to our Mental Impact Radio family. Birdie, you already know the love is real over here. Y'all, you have tuned in to Unhinged Live. For those who were just like, what is banging? What's going on with this show? It's the takeover. That's right. Tribe is in the building, and we get the opportunity to share this space. Of course, you know the captain of the ship, Tilted Halo, myself, Karen Sims, our sisters Marisol, Rhonda, Jackie, and Yolanda, and brother Bliv. Merch is coming in with all of the energy. So we're super excited that you have continued to join us. Shout out to our replay viewers. We thank you so much for all your support. But here's the deal. Remember to like and share this with the people in your circle so that they know every Tuesday night for 90 minutes, we are holding y'all down one way or another to make sure that we are filling up your joy buckets. That's right. That Joy Tsunami is coming over here. So listen, we had a conversation behind the scenes, and this was why I believe was using his whole pass. So he gonna have to share a little bit. But you know, I don't want to say it's a man or versus woman thing, Bliv, but we got this thought about when the gray hairs start growing. So all of us being of a particular age, there may be a gray or two, under this bouquet of flowers. That's all we're gonna say on that. And so the question came in, to gray or not to gray? That is the question. To gray or not to gray? Are we letting it grow in, Marisol, or are we going to see L'Oreal in them?
Okay, so I'm excited for this question. I say let it go. If you feel like you can't let it go, then it's okay. It's your choice. But personally, just let it go. Be free about it. It's a beautiful thing. Once they start coming in, Just let it go. It's a process. There's a lot of people that you could follow online that'll guide you through. And plus, look, there's powders that you could put in the middle and in the in between. And then if it gets like, let's say if you start getting like gray, like up to here, then just go to the salon and tell them, like, oh, make me look like Halle Berry from X-Men. That's how I'm gonna do it.
Building.
Yes,
In the building.
just like that storm. That would look hot on you.
I love it. I don't know if I'm there yet, Marisol, but you giving me.
Well, when the time comes, when the time comes.
I mean, they congregating. Don't get they are congregating.
They having a conference.
They are having a conference but it's like, well, we got these flowers here, so we're gonna see what it do. I'm not gonna promise that I'm committed to it. So that's my answer. Yeah. I'm not ready to gray just yet, but I don't mind seeing them, because it's a blessing. All right,
it's a little wisdom.
Jackie, to gray or not to gray?
I don't know.
Yo, to gray. So it's so funny. I was having this conversation, real talk, in the backyard. My girl came over yesterday. We was talking about gray hairs, and she was actually saying that one of her coworkers has gray hair, and she has dreads, and talking about how much she loved them. And I said, I can't wait till my hair turns gray. My grandmother on my dad's side had this snow white hair. Okay, Keita, grandma had that snow white hair. I love it. Like, I always looked at her hair and was like, oh, I can't wait till my hair looks like that. Like, listen, let it grow, let it grow.
I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna switch this up. Bliv, we graying or we gonna go into the aisle and see some just for men. I don't know what the whole thing is called, but
I'm gonna keep it a buck. In all actuality, I do both. There's a lot of times when I walk around with the gray showing. Fellas, it's okay to have your gray showing. Just keep it lined up. That's usually what I do. Actually, I should have just rocked it. I was gray earlier today at the job. I didn't care. I just did this because I was coming on here. Only time I usually black it up is if I got like a video or something, or if I'm jumping on here. Like if you're around me 90% of the time, you'll see them. I don't really hide them that much. I feel like and just like it was said, it shows wisdom. It shows that you're experiencing. Well, that doesn't mean the experience you should be, but the grays show wisdom. But every now and then, sometimes I want to get back in my little young bag. Every once in a blue, so sometimes I just switch it up. It all depends on how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna switch it up right now. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta switch it up.
You gotta switch it up.
Mm-hmm. I have a question though. Do you think that for women it's harder to just go gray versus men? Because I think that men with gray hair, they don't get as much slack as women with gray hair. They'd be like, oh, silver fox. And then with the woman, they'd be like, vieja, you look old.
Who said
that does seem to be a stereotype from what I've seen. But here's the thing. You don't have to compete with the younger women. Just show your elegance and your grace, and you're going to attract, the person for you anyway. And then I feel like that's what we do sometimes. We feel like you got to compete with the younger people, man. Let them have their time.
Bliv is on it tonight. I do both. Him and his friend. Is that an earring? Wait, oh, okay. I'm see it's the
my husband
Bliv and his friend is on it tonight. So
look, my husband has his chin all white. I'm like, just leave it alone. It looks nice to me.
Is Bliv's friend giving the side eye right now?
What?
I feel like he
What's his name? What's his name?
He trying to get close. He trying to get close.
He trying to holler at somebody, I think.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that, but yeah, he got his B-boy look on. Like
his name is Bates. His name is Bates. I got a group called McButter and Bates.
Welcome, Bates, to the Tilted Table. Like, we're glad to welcome you, Bates. All of the things.
Welcome,
I don't even know what to say. I didn't even know what to say.
Bates ain't got no gray hair from what I could see, but
I know. Well, it might be a little covered up though, but yeah, he
Right.
is lined up though. So believe he passed the test because Bates, you got that line going well there. So
I'm a barber. I had to hook him up.
I love it. I love it. So listen, we talked a little bit about the to gray or not to gray. All right. And you know, we're on our summertime vibe. And we're super excited that we're all, hey Gina, thanks so much, Gina Livewire. So wonderful to see you in these comment streets. OP, you already know. We sending the love. Angela, we just cutting up over here. That's all, just a little bit. As we got our tribe coming up. I see the church finger. Yes, tilted.
You know, I got to act up a little bit. I can only sit still, but for 5 seconds during the takeover, I just got to ask a question. I know it's hot, but you know, I was perusing the internet streets, and the most interesting question came up, and I got to ask y'all some chicken wing connoisseurs. I know you are because I've enjoyed wings with all of you at some point. So I got to ask this question: how do you fry your chicken wings, yo? Like A or like B? When you get your fry on your chicken wings, is you frying it like A or is you frying it like B? I'm gonna give you a second.
I'm a B girl.
And know that I'm judging you by how you fry your chicken wings.
I'm a B girl.
I am saying a word because I don't fry chicken.
I love it.
But when you used to, you ain't forgot how you fry.
I bought it from the Chinos. I bought it from the Chinos.
I love it.
Well, how was the Chinos serving up their wings?
Open.
Open. They didn't lock them. You just left them wide open.
They didn't lock them. They left it like that, like dabs.
Just fly away chicken.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. Ooh, Lord. Anyway, let me get them dumbbells. I gotta ask you the question, Rhonda.
B. I grew up with them. Frying as B. Because when you open them up, somebody's gonna cut them in half, and then you got half of one and half the other. No, we're not sharing it. We need the whole wing.
Or it won't fit in the pot, maybe.
Once you lock it, you're eating the whole thing. You're not take this part. I like this part. If you like it that way, you get the drum things and the wing things. You do that. But once you have that whole wing, the whole thing is be tight and locked.
There you go. So we locking. So Gina Livewire, A is open. You just dropping them in. Maybe you putting them in the air fryer. B is that locked where the wing is like that, literally. You're holding your arms for the wing. And then we put them in
yoga move.
I cannot with you guys. I cannot.
Yoga. Gina, this is for you, sis. You see, A is open, B is locked down. A is open, B is locked down. How you living?
How we doing?
And Birdie,
all right.
I see you. You put your wings in the air fryer, but is you locked them or is you leaving them wide open? What you doing with your wings?
Nikita, why you want them locked?
Well, I don't know.
I didn't
Well, you didn't say you
answer, but you must know me.
That.
You know me. I want my wings locked because I'm greedy, like Rhonda said. I want the whole wing. I'm not finna share, especially if I dipped and dropped them wings in that hot grease, or put them in the air fryer or oven fried them. However I cook my wing, I'm not sharing.
That's
Y'all
true.
should have learned that about me as stove. The last time
I learned that. I surely did. I was
don't share her wing.
wing.
Just don't share her wing.
I have my own. Thank you.
Now, Bliv, I know you be in the kitchen. What you doing with the wings over there? You A and no B in them.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't cook wings.
I thought about you like the big piece of chicken, so I wasn't sure whether that was too small.
I like breasts, I like thighs. I'll even rock with a leg, man. I ain't cooking no wings, man. But I don't like that little kung fu piece in A. That joint look nasty. So
he said kung fu piece.
I don't eat that piece anyway. I ain't gonna lie. So y'all might say I waste parts of the wing. I don't eat that piece anyway, man.
I cannot.
Oh, we got some controversy in the comment street. So Angela says she cutting number one into two pieces. She don't like the drumette, so she cut. We separating the family is what I'm hearing, Angela, and I'm having a moment right now. Flats only is what I'm hearing, but you know we separating the family. Yes, Tilted.
I'm flats only, team flats only. If you really want to get into it,
I can't.
But
really, I like the drum part. I don't like the flats. The flats is too much work. You gotta open it, dig in there. The drum is like.
I like the drums.
Marcel, you're eating it wrong. That's why.
Well, how you supposed to eat the flat? How you supposed to eat the flat?
That's all. You can't show you.
Oh, that way.
Like that when you
I thought to say something about making blitz,
yeah, that's why I like the drum.
Or wings, but I'm gonna be good today, so we gonna leave that alone. He gonna okay, never mind. We gonna act right.
That's why I like the drums, Rhonda.
I eat the whole chicken wing. I eat the whole chicken wing. That's all we gonna say on
so
that.
You eat the kung fu piece and everything?
I don't eat that extra tail, but you know that's the only thing. All
right. I was about to say. Yeah. I was about to say. If you eat that, you're a savage. Woo!
So my husband eats the whole chicken wing. Like he eats off of that one too. But he from North Carolina, so I don't know if that's a southern thing or not. It just I don't know. But
it's a cultural thing, Karen. It is.
Yeah. I don't know.
You don't remember that movie Norbit?
Listen, we supposed to stay on task, Blim. I'm way to the left now.
I'm sorry.
Now you're gonna make me want to go watch the movie Norbit.
That's my jam.
Eating turkey butt. I'm eating turkey butt. I'm sorry. I'm from up north, man. We do stuff a little bit different, but I love down south food, so I can't knock it. But I ain't never tried no turkey butt or the kung fu wing thing or the chicken.
I promise, it's a lot. You know, they live a lot by that waste not, want not. Yes. So they eat.
It's cool.
I love a fish head. I love eating fish head.
Fish head?
Mm-hmm. Really? Yep.
What you mean? Like you eat the eyeballs?
Yes, everything. Waste not.
Oh,
no, ma'am.
GG. You know, I'm a city girl. So
I don't think I've ever seen you speechless before. Like this might be a first to me.
We eat everything. We don't waste food. We grew up in the islands. You have to eat everything. So I eat the fish head. Fish head.
Did you eat
I ate the fish head, but I would skip the eyeball.
Eat everything, Nikita. It has to be fried really good.
I've never had a pig foot. I can't.
Close to that, yes.
Oh, okay.
Me either. I've never had that, believe. So we both.
It's delicious. It's delicious if you do
it.
Okay.
One of my buddies is from Georgia. One of my buddies from Georgia. When we was in the Marines together, he kept biting the pig foot, and every time he take a bite, I would just laugh.
I do know a lot of, Caribbean and actually people from all over the world. It's a lot of people. You'd be surprised because in the Asian culture, they eat it as well. So a lot of cultures. Yeah, a lot of cultures.
Eyeballs?
Eat the fish head.
What's the eyeball taste like? Is it?
It's a little chalky.
Chalky?
Yeah, because when they fry it, the inside probably turns like that, like a Whopper. It turns like a Whopper.
Oh my goodness!
No, like the candy Whopper.
Okay.
The candy
what is going
Whopper.
on?
You know what?
Whose question was this? Was this my? This what happened when Tilted? We was fine. We ain't had no crazy conversation.
My bad.
And then now here we are. Got whoppers of eyeballs going out, and don't know which end. So
you did tell them to get their passports ready, Karen.
I did tell them that. I did. So listen, we done been all around the world this evening, and we still got some more to go. Because listen, I want to pose a question to the tribe. We talked previously in other shows about all of the money that people may be spending on proms and maybe it's graduations or different things that's going on. But it's summertime now. And Jackie, you started this off because you said the kids are home. Your routine is a little bit different. I want to talk about, or you share with our audience, each of you, one of your favorite summertime memories. So we know, the whatever it is, we usually did more in the summer. Maybe we stayed with grandma and auntie and them. Maybe it was a family trip to somewhere. I want us to take some time and maybe share some tips and tricks for those folks who maybe y'all just found yourselves home with the kids and you like, what am I supposed to do with them for 2.5 months before the school opened back up? So Jackie, what is your favorite summertime memory, whether for yourself or one that you share or are planning to share with your family?
So my favorite summertime memory, I grew up in South Carolina. So oftentimes my dad was still here in Jersey, so we would come and spend summers up here in Jersey, right? And they open up the fire hydrants up here. That was like my favorite thing. Like to me, first of all, we didn't even have sidewalks, but to see a fire hydrant open was a big deal, right? So I used to love, that was my favorite thing. If the fire hydrant was open, I'm in there. Like I'm like, let's go. And then everybody's outside.
I got to clap that one up first. You had a real childhood. That's all I got to say.
Yes. Drinking out the water hose, all that. But it's funny you say sharing with your kids. My kids, they've never played in a fire hydrant. So I don't know how I'm gonna share that with them. Because I don't know that they open them no more. So if y'all know where they opening up a fire hydrant, let me know. So, I do need to share that with them. I don't know that they'll get that experience, y'all. So I don't know how to give it to them. But yeah, that was definitely my favorite thing. Like that was like one of the things that stuck out to me because again, it was like out of the norm. It wasn't something you see every day for me growing up. So when that was open, but that reminds me of a funny video that I saw. But we'll talk about that later. What the lady said, a hydrant. You had to see it. You had to beat it. Anyways, I'll tell you about it.
I love it. I love it. Rhonda, what favorite summertime experience for you or one that you share with your family?
Well, when I grew up in Barbados, we were at a beach a lot. Like we were home, we did camps. My mom ran a camp, so we did a lot of camps. So with my kids, when I was home with them for the first 10 years, I used to have Camp Rhonda. So we would go to the library, join all the reading clubs they had. If they read a certain amount of books, they get something in the summer. I would take them to like amusement parks, the museum. So it was a lot. We did a lot. We did any of the moms group that did stuff. I would take them with me. So they learned. It was more like learning throughout the summer. I didn't want their brains to be like just idle. They had the first 2 weeks to sleep late, do whatever they want. But after that, after those 2 weeks, it was like we were going here, we were doing stuff. I kept them busy and tired because at the end of the day, they were wiped out. So I think I wouldn't say that there's a lot of lazy parenting because people are using a lot of tablets now and they put the kids in front of tablets in the summer. But I think a lot of parents are taking the easy way out now. And you can't afford, I couldn't afford camp. I couldn't put my kids in like a regular summer camp. So I made one myself. Even if we did like water balloons outside the house, I found ways to let them have fun. I bought a slide and I put it on the hill and they'll be flying down that slide. And I don't care, like you get a little scratch here or there, you get up and go again. But I think that we have to be creative again. Like as parents, we got to be creative again and let the kids have fun instead of having them in front the TV, in front the tablets. Just go and have fun. Do things, make ice cream, just do little things that don't cost a lot of money. So that's what we did. Wherever it was free, we went to all the free places. So that's my best memory with my kids when they were young, trying to get them involved in things. You know, now they're teenagers and stuff. They don't want to do that stuff anymore. So
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, it's so many different things. And one of the things I was sharing with my children, I don't think they did it when they were growing up, but I remember we used to go and get free lunch at the park. And so I grew up in New Jersey, and we would have free lunch. There was a pool at the park. So we would literally, you know, that was back when you could have your kids outside. I don't know what y'all doing now, but we would literally walk to the park, be there from like 12 to 2:30, get back home by 3. And this was summertime. And so I was sharing with my daughter because I think it's the USDA just gave all of this grant money to a couple of states across the country for them to be able to provide free lunches for anybody from like K through 12 to be able to, you got to go to school, eat the lunch, all of that. And so I was explaining to my family, yo, that was an everyday thing. At least 4 times a week. Okay. 4 times a week. We literally went out, got our lunch, swam at the pool. We played. Yes, Angela, we played dodgeball and kickball. I don't know why. Because somebody always got their head knocked off, but that's a whole nother story. But we was outside, like you said, Rhonda. Like, it wasn't that we had a whole bunch of money to do things, but we made great memories from right where we are. So I love that. So Jackie, I got to shout out Rhonda and Bliv. They like, you could come to Reading to get those fire hydrants. You could go to New York City, get them fire hydrants open. But I love the opportunity that the kids get another chance to see just the simple side of life. Like that's the most fun of it. Bliv, I'm coming to you. What's your favorite summertime memory for either you growing up or with your family?
And I'll run it real quick for my kids. And you know they all grown now, but I bought a whole bunch of laser tag guns. I still got them here. I was just putting on a little laser tag guns, running around shooting and having fun. And you know, for me as a kid, funniest thing that happened, I used to, you know, play basketball all day, football all day, swim. But when I would go visit my grandmother, my father told me, he said, before we ring the doorbell, look in the window. My grandma walking around fine, like everything cool, right? As soon as the doorbell rings, she gets a cane out and starts walking like she can't move. And I will never forget that. Because so I'm over there. I'm upstairs and my cousin gets in trouble and she's running around to get him. But then as soon as I see her, then she's walking real slow with the cane again. So that's my memory because, you know, of course she's gone now. So just certain things you think about with your family, you know, to make you appreciate the love that you have with your family. So,
love it.
That's
love
it.
Love it. We cracking up on that. She would get a cane and walk slow, but if you look in the window, Grandma was getting along very, very well. I love it. I love it. Let's see, Marisol. Summertime.
Hey, y'all. So I used to do the fire hydrants. That's a big one. That's a big memory of mine. We used to do it almost every day in the summertime. The summer youth program, my mom signed me up for that. I did that every summer. And then when that program was finished, she would ship me to Puerto Rico. And then I got a big, heavy dose of my culture, you know. They would teach me about, you know, they would take me to the museums, teach me about my culture, hang out with all my tias. And, you know, some of them are not with us any longer, but I'm so glad that I got to share those memories and learn from my second mothers because, you know, in the summertime, my tias were my mom, you know. And they took really good care of me every summer. I went to the beach. I found out about the Tainos and the whole Christopher Columbus thing, in which I was so upset because at school I learned something else. But never mind that. It was a good childhood in those ways.
That's
a lot of fun. It's totally different than what everybody does now. That's for sure.
Yeah. Tilted, I'm swinging over your way. Summertime memories.
Well, shout out to the fire hydrant. And for every single time I had just got my hair pressed and went down to the hydrant anyway, came back home, got my hind parts whooped and messed up my hair, and had to go to church nappy on Sunday because I couldn't stay away from the fire hydrant. But one of my most favorite memories growing up as a child was those long car rides to Chicago from Jersey. Grandma used to drive us up, and we would spend about 2-3 weeks up there. And it seemed like the car ride was like no time long. I especially enjoyed the basket of food, travel food. I'm sure y'all can relate to this. We always had some fried chicken and some white Wonder Bread. It had to be Wonder Bread for that chicken to sop the grease up just right with the hot sauce that you put on it. And we call it sweet bread. I don't really know what that was, if it was cornbread, if it was some kind of special pound cake. But I can smell it now in the Buick. Oh, I smell a Buick, Jesus. Driving to Chicago to hang out with Aunt Mamie and them and some of my cousins that I've unfortunately lost a whole lot of contact with. Now, for my children, like similar to Rhonda, I was Camp Keita. And I still be having day camp with Keita by myself. As long as I got $20, that's enough gas to get me somewhere for free. Listen, I still do free 99 now. It's nothing for me to throw some gas in my tank and drive down to DC for the day and take advantage of all of the free museums that are there on the National Mall. Boom, shameless plug for road tripping with your children to our nation's capital. Maybe I'm segueing into that right now because of, the season that we in. Maybe, just maybe, some of them babies need to be taken down there so they can read the words that the forefathers wrote. And maybe they could challenge them to actually, where we actually stand against those words to this day. But allow me to digress. That's one of my favorite things to do. Is just go. And my most favorite museum in the world is the Smithsonian Museum down there in DC. They free, man. Anything free. Bronx Zoo free was free on Wednesdays. So on Wednesdays we'd be at the zoo. All I needed was snack and toll money. And of course, Grandma had set the example. We knew how to have that cooler and basket of food in the car. Made sure we had that special wristband so we can go out, eat, and then go right back in and do what we was doing. But if it was free, it was for me. If it was free, it's still for me.
I love it.
But that's good. That's how you find, things to do for the kids for free. The library always has stuff, and your local area is always, I think sometimes we get busy trying to look for things outside, and it's right here sometimes,
Well, one of the things that I like to do, and I'm glad you brought that up. I used to take Linnea to Barnes and Noble. Because I was once a very avid reader of touchable books. And I was at Barnes and Noble at least once a week. So I would go in there for what I was going in there for and drop her off in the children's section. And she would spend hours in there with me with no complaints because she was always able to go on vacation in a book. Can always escape. And look, shameless plug, you can go sit and read a book for free for a little while in Barnes and Noble and it won't even bother you. Ooh!
That part. And they got cushy, check out the ones near you. They got cushy places for you to sit and whatnot. So listen, the time is moving swiftly, but I needed to bring us back to a really important segment that we didn't miss, but we wanted to go around the table to talk a little bit about some of the recalls. Our USDA recall. So I shared the story pre-production before we hit live. Here's the deal. One of our past recall that Rhonda shared with us was about the contaminated water. And I don't remember what was in it, but I remember it was Fiji water. And me and the husband went out just this past weekend, and it ain't none of your business what else we had in our cup. But I asked for some water, and they brought us back the Fiji water bottles. Well, why I had to almost turn it up in that place? Like, I'm sorry, man, what is this? This is our house water, is what they told me. Not at my house where we get the Unhinged Live monthly recalls. Are we gonna be drinking this water? Now I'm sitting here like, is something going? No. We can't do that. What else? Pour something else in this glass, but y'all ain't gonna get me because it's dark in here. I see that little bright flowery thing that's on there, and I'm looking up. Got to turn the phone flashlight on. Like, okay, they tried to get me, Rhonda. That's all I can say. They tried to get me out here in these streets, but you know what? I was informed and I knew better. And then I had to tell my husband, you don't understand this part of the recall list. We don't play that over here about the unhinged recall. So I know we had some other recalls. You know, when we out here trying to do right, how come it's always the healthy stuff that be on recall when we trying to do better? It ain't never the ice cream on recall. Okay, maybe I was looking at the wrong list. It ain't never the apple turnover that's on recall. All of Miss Smith and all her pies be staying off of the recall. The things that we need to be recalled so we can act right, they ain't never on the list. So I wanted us to go around to see if anybody else had peeped a product or one or two of some of the recalls that might be coming out. Who wanted to shout it out?
I have one.
All right.
All right. Here in America, you call them cucumbers. In the islands, we say cucumber. So the cucumbers are being recalled. They got some of them that are being recalled, and we're all in salads. This is salad season,
Yes.
and we got to add our cucumbers to the salads. So I was shocked. Usually, I don't. You know, you get onions all the time, tomatoes. No, tomatoes. You get tomatoes and lettuce and all those kind of vegetables on recall, but the cucumbers are on recall, and they said it was from a company called Fresh Start Produce, and they were sold in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Maryland, North Carolina, New Jersey, and New York, and Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. And there were cucumbers that were grown in Florida. It does not
Go
include,
figure.
yeah, it does not include the English cucumbers or the mini ones. They're just a specific cucumber that was sold by this company. And I'm like, yeah, I buy cucumbers by, like, I'm growing mines now. My daughter said they look really good now. I can pick them and eat them, but I have to have them every day. So salmonella, because of salmonella on a cucumber. So people are not, I don't understand people not washing them and just eating them straight up. Like, I don't
Wait,
understand that.
I
I
don't.
have a question. How you get it on the cucumber?
That's what they're telling you here. Do not eat any recalled cucumbers. Return them to the store, or you wash the surfaces with hot soapy water or in a
The cucumbers
dishwasher.
gonna taste like soap.
In a
No,
dishwasher.
but how you gonna put the cucumber in a
Because they
dishwasher?
selling us fake cucumbers.
I see the church figure. Yolanda, come on in. What you got, sis?
Listen, listen, like your 13-pound baking soda you got at home. Six. Okay. They get baking soda, vinegar, and put in some water and soak.
Yes, you wash it.
And then you have to make sure you really rinse it off really, really well. But a lot of people don't know how to clean their fruits and vegetables. Listen, I learned from social media, okay? So I started cleaning mine that way since I'm watching people on social media, you know, how they clean their stuff. I keep baking soda in my house. I keep vinegar in my house. I use vinegar for a lot of things. I be wiping stuff down with vinegar, you know. So I have, those are two things I have to have, soda and vinegar. I don't know how people clean their fruits and their veggies. I don't know how people clean their meats, but I'm gonna tell you a story. A while back, when my son was a little younger, my cousin used to watch my son. This is how my son is. So She was like, "Mom, she made some chicken, but I didn't want to eat it because she didn't clean the chicken like you know how you clean your chicken. Because me personally, I get some vinegar with a little water in it, and I throw my chicken in there. I don't know. I don't believe in that. Just rinsing my stuff off. That vinegar. Okay, people do use lemon and stuff, and they clean they
Yeah.
chicken and stuff like that too. But that's what we got to do.
Yeah. And the other one I had was the macaroni salad from Aldi's. We're
Wow.
all in the summer mood, and we want to get the packages to go on picnics or to the beach. But here you go, bam! The macaroni salad is being called. It's a 32 ounce with a use by date June 3rd, 2024. They said it could have an incorrect label. It doesn't have allergen recall on, well, an allergen sticker on it, and it was distributed to Aldi's, Alabama, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Massachusetts, Mississippi, New Hampshire, New York, Rhode Island. Well, I guess we in New Jersey are safe for now. But I think before you buy anything now, you gotta go like find out if it's on recall.
You do.
Because you'll be in the bathroom real fast. This is crazy.
You will.
Yes.
Listen, it's a big thing. Now I want to share because there was a soda recall just I think last week. I shouldn't say soda. It was a soft drink product from cola flavoring base. So your pink lemonade, your yellow lemonade, your yellow lemonade X. These are drinks that normally you are getting at another establishment. So it's like a third party sale for the majority of these. So when you're thinking about drinking something, check what water they got on the menu, check where, because you know people will say, oh, we've got Coke products or we've got Pepsi products or whoever name they want to go with. Make sure that you are, and when in doubt, listen, many of y'all already do this. Y'all coming in with your own bottles anyway. Y'all coming in with your flavor water, with your fruit infused water. Go ahead and keep on doing that. Put it on the table and say, no, I got what I need on the beverage side of things. But we gotta be safe while we are out here. And guess what? Listen, as we even talking, this clock is ticking tilted. I see the red button. And so I'm gonna do my part and then I'm gonna move out the way. But y'all know that it's time for your reflection.
Reflections of purpose. I'm sorry, that was a little rusty.
That's my
It's
theme
time.
music though. That's my
It's
theme
time.
music.
That's a theme song, y'all. It's reflections of purpose. So get ready, y'all. She just kind of handed me the mic, and I'm gonna hand it right back to her. Coach Cash herself. Reflections of purpose. Take it away, Karen.
Listen, super excited to come before you with another Reflections of Purpose. Today, I want to highlight and amplify. Find something to celebrate. You know, we got a season of so many different things that are going on, and maybe a lot of us are not used to being celebrated. I'm going to shout out our fathers. You know, we just passed Father's Day. Shout out to Bliv Mash, who is right here with us. Happy Father's Day to you, bro. Salute. But here's one of the conversations that I had with my husband, and it was, I asked the question of, did he feel like, you know, fathers sometimes they get the bad rap, and we both agree that we may not celebrate them. And then I commenced to celebrating, and he was really like, well, you don't really need to do that for me. And it turned into a conversation because I was like, well, what makes you think like you shouldn't be celebrated? And it gave a moment of reflection. That's right, reflection of purpose, even during my daytime hours. Many of our brothers have been conditioned to not be celebrated, whether because they've been disappointed by the way that we celebrated them. Now, y'all know good and well, we celebrating everything over here. We celebrating fresh water and cucumbers at this house. So whatever it is, but I want to remind you, take the time to celebrate and learn how to be celebrated. So brothers, we want to tell y'all, we love y'all. We want to support y'all. We want to see y'all here for many, many days. And we want to say that you are worthy of honor because of the work that you did. You know, and I'm not even bashing nobody today. Today is a new day. You get to be a better father than you were yesterday. And if you're already a good father, you're already thinking about ways that you can be better in this thing that you all call fatherhood. But we don't have the blueprint for you. You know, we come alongside you as the women and supporters in your life to love you, to celebrate you, and to remind you that you too are worthy of the honor. Yes, we get it. The mamas need to be celebrated, but most of the daddies would do this. Make sure you take care of your mama. My father would do that for me. Make sure you take care of your mama. Even with my sons, everybody, make sure you take care of your mama. All right, listen. Go over there and shoot a shout out to dad so that he is reminded that he is loved, that he is cared for, and that even though he's playing his position, he still needs to hear and know that you think that he matters. So all y'all, make sure you celebrating the people around you, and don't wait till Father's Day. I promise. My dad is like, if you call me on Father's Day and I ain't heard from you in 3 weeks, I'm not answering. Like, he will tell you in a minute. Don't call me on Father's Day and think that that's the time if you didn't call me the rest of the time in the week. So make it a habit, make it a practice. You're worthy of the celebration. Go ahead on and do it. Tilted, I'm a turn it over to you.
You gonna turn this over to me?
I am.
All right. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Karen. An amazing job to each and every one of you. Thank you all for tuning in. We are Unhinged Live. I'm your host, Tilted Halo. I've thoroughly enjoyed tonight's Tilted Takeover. And I'm looking at the clock. Look like it's about time for us to roll up out of here. So in the theme of summertime fine, remember, we are all still participating in our 10,000 steps a day challenge. Whatever movement looks like for you, get into it and stick to it. And you'll be amazed at just how amazing you feel after you put that body in motion. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and encourage you all with yet another Just Be outro. Just be outside, y'all. It's summertime. Listen here. Y'all heard me talking about we survived the cold, dark, wet, gray winter. And now we in a heat wave over here. Now, I hope not too many of y'all are complaining too much. Yeah, we a little uncomfortable. The humidity, might make us a little stickier than we care to be. But check it out. We have the opportunity to go outside because there's festivals. There's taco trucks. There's food trucks. There's kites. There's bubbles. And somewhere in some random urban location, there's actually an open fire hydrant right now. So I'm going to encourage you to just be outside. If you do nothing but look up at the clouds. Look up at the clouds. This is if you do nothing but look up at the clouds, I promise you'll gain a new appreciation for just how full and beautiful your life truly is. Just be. It's the tribe. Take over. And it's a wrap. Until next time, y'all. We out.